and this is what your workshops are about, getting women to start taking matters in their own hands in terms of their finances.
Well, Laura, if I can interrupt you there, I think it's more about starting to value, first of all, yourself, and then value. So you put a higher importance on how you're going to take care of yourself. Now, for many women, the thought of putting themselves first is absolutely, it's something that they're not that comfortable with. Okay, so for men who go out into the world, money for them, the way they value money, is a source of power. It's a sort of status, all those things that a lot of men want to buy. Lets other men go, look at me, look at me, look at me, aren't I great? A man walking into a new job, the first thing he'll ask is remuneration. How much am I going to get paid?
Yes.
For most women, money, the way they value money, is a sense of security and of being able to feel safe and secure. Okay, so for us, money is simply about keeping a roof over our head, food on the table, and making sure that our families are nurtured. Way back from the day of caveman, men were the providers and women were the nurturers. That's just what's in our DNA. And yes, it's still very much there, but for many women now, we've got to understand that the rules have changed, and the line between provider and nurturer has definitely, blurred. And there are many men out there who are the nurturers, and there are many women out there who are the providers. But for a lot of women, just that basic sense that, when they have children, they want to be home looking after them. So in which case someone else has to provide. And one of the things that I'm seeing so much, certainly with the baby boomer generation, is they're constantly giving. They don't value themselves highly enough. So they're giving to their children. They're giving of their time, effort, and energy to everyone else around them, and so in the end they're left with nothing. And so in the case of money, if you don't start valuing yourself and your energy or your output in the world, and ask for equal remuneration for what you give out is what you get back. Do you understand?
Yes.
And for us, we're not going to get too convoluted here, but money is simply a source of exchange. So what I give you, you give back to me in exchange. And it has to be of equal value. But for many women, they're out there giving of themselves, giving to charities, giving to their children, giving to their partners, giving, and not getting back. And in many cases, money now is a form of exchange, and they don't get money back.
Is it not getting back or not knowing how to receive without feeling guilty?
Yes, there's a lot of that as well. But many women, it's not even on their agenda. When I do my workshop, and one of the first things we do in day one is looking at your values. What's important to you? And for many women, that money is way down at the bottom of the list. And I sort of say to them, hey girls, if you don't have money up there high on your list of values, and by values I mean the things that are important to you, where your thoughts go, your energy flows. So if you don't have money and the obtaining of money in order to secure for your own self and well-being high up there on your list of values, you can have all the financial strategies you like. You can speak to any financial advisor you like about what to invest in, what not to invest in. But if money isn't high up there on your list of importance, it's just not going to come to you. It's not going to flow to you, or it's going to disappear you're going to lose it. And I've had women say to me, when we talk about this in the workshop, and they say, oh, I really wanted to put money up there, but I didn't think it was a ladylike or the right thing to do. I mean, it's bizarre, but I understand it because I was in the same boat. Okay. Absolutely.
How old were these women who said it wasn't ladylike? Were they of a certain...
No, all across the board. There were even women, women of all ages and all demographics come to my workshop. And these were some girls who were, 25, 30. I was quite surprised because I know times have changed. And I understand that the young girls of today, certainly my own daughter, are much more money savvy than we ever were at that age. But I do think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that they understand that life is actually harder now, and that, things cost more and they want more. So they're going to have to earn it and work for it. But no, all across the board, obviously it's high in my demographic, but there were definitely the young kids who'd come in say the same sort of thing.
In the 20s. So you were talking before off air about where these women were from. Can you just give us a list? They were from New York and?
No. Well, I've been running my workshop now all around the country, as you know, for the last 3 or 4 years.
But the ones in America.
And then I went to America. I was actually invited by some girlfriends of mine mine, I used to live in New York in my youth, and some girlfriends of mine said to me, come over and let's see. My goal, Lorwai, just to put it in here, is to be able to run these workshops to all women everywhere in the world, because I thought, well,